Alright, hello. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but anyway, we're on Barry Lyndon. It's free on YouTube right now, so spoiler alert, we're going to talk about some bits and bobs in here, and it's a really good film actually. This is only the second time I've watched it, and I saw that it was free again, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch that now, yeah. So I watched it last night, and I'm like, oh, bloomin' hell. Obviously, I had 9-1 in the back of my mind, and obviously when I saw this scene, oh, it it rang for me. Anyway, I'm going to go through some of these bits and pieces that's going on here. And again, spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about what's going on in the film. So if you haven't seen the film, it's definitely worth a watch. It's a pretty good film. I don't like period drama stuff usually, but Stanley Kubrick's the man. We have got going on here Barry Lyndon, okay, the main character. This is his son's birthday party. So we're already, and as you can see, Brian's 8th birthday is on the closed caption in there. Okay, so this is again linked to the birthday, and this is also going to be linked to a death day as well. His birthday is going to link to a death day here in a minute. We'll talk about that. What we're looking at is a magic show. Now, I was just talking about St Giles's Fair and St Giles's Day on the 1st of September. Okay, and the big Oxford Street Fair that they have on St Giles's. Okay, this what you're seeing here is this is the beginning of the kind of show. What would you call it? This is my well, my grandmother actually, they used to do a magic show. Okay, and so before there was the big machines and everything, and all the big all the big rides and everything, this is what there was. Shows, okay, and obviously the magic show, one of the bigger things. And again, we have this stuff echoed with who's that girl with the fortune telling. Yeah, this is all stuff to do with or associated with the fair. um, anyway, so this is important that they're doing this magic show here. I think this is definitely could be a reference back to the idea of St Giles's Day Fair, Oxford. um, and actually, I will say that and I can't think of what the building is in Oxford, but this building here has a dome that is similar to. I'd have to look it up what it is in Oxford. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I know my mum's got a picture of the thing on her wall, and I know I've got a picture of it as well somewhere, and I've got a picture on my wall actually that's got a bit of it in it. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, but there could be a slight connection to it. Anyway, let me move on. Because what I want to do is I want to show you what happens in this magic show. So he shows him. He starts with a few little tricks here. There's the parents and the whatever. But this is the trick that we want to see. Now watch this. Okay, the magic show, and this also reminds me of Desperately Seeking Susan, because she's in the magic show in that as well. Gone by it. Now that was quick then. So I'll have to just go through this bit by bit. Come on. Now this could take a while. I don't know why that was jumping on so far, really. Come on. Let's see what's in the box. Come on. There it is. The white rabbit. Okay. Follow the white rabbit. Absolutely crazy. Right. So we're going to follow the white rabbit. Okay. So we've got the birthday, the white rabbit. Check out. I want you to see these sticks they've got, because they're sticks with these ribbons attached. Again, possibly, I don't know if you can make that out in his hand, but I'm like, blooming hell, we've got the maypole reference right in his hand there. Can you see that? So, and of course, May Day is the twin date for the 1st of September, St. Giles's Day. Okay, so, but it gets crazier. I think it gets crazier anyway. So anyway, that evening, he is, what I'm going to say, Barry is going to tell his son a little story. Okay, look at the lamb here. This is great. Okay, let's see. No, gone too far. I'm going to have to click through. I might have to just click through this one little bit at a time as well. Hang on a minute. Okay, here's where we go. Hang on. In fact, we're just a sec. Ooh, and if you want to see it in the film, I recommend just going to the film and watching this. Look where we're at. We're at somewhere around the 159 mark. Okay, that'll be easy to remember. 159. Okay, there it is again. 159. Okay, I've got to go back just a little bit. Hang on. So what he's doing is I don't know if it's actually a true story that he's recanting from the film, or whether this is just slightly made up. But he's telling him a story from the war. Okay, let's see. Dear oh dear. Hang on. It might be easier just to play a few little spots of this, to be quite honest. Okay, come on. Let's get to the night. Come on. And that's that dome I'm talking about here. Certainly does remind me of part of the Oxford skyline. I don't know. Maybe there's more of a connection than I haven't even looked up where they filmed all that stuff in Barry Lyndon. Okay. Might just look at the. I'm hoping that's on full. Might just look at the closed caption in here. We crept up on their fort. Okay. I jumped over the wall first. This is important. I jumped over the wall first. Okay. The rebirth event is coming over the Hoover Dam, which is the big wall. Okay. I jumped over the wall first. Okay. Frenchmen's faces. This is important with the Frank. Okay. The Franks here. 23 rampaging he-devils. I'm going to have to kind of break this up a little bit, otherwise I know I'll get a copyright. Let's move on. In 3 minutes. Now, what he's going to do is he's going to explain how many heads there were. Okay. This is important as well. Who is the man who has done this? Okay. And this is important with the who. Okay, with the Hoover Dam. Who? How many heads said you cut off? 19. 19. Besides wounding several. And what he then says, so we have the 19 reference. We have the jumping over the wall with the Hoover Dam, and then we have the 19 reference. Okay. If I move on just a second, and they're going to double down on this because he's going to get paid. Ooh, what am I doing? He's going to get paid, I believe it's 19 guineas, 1 guinea per head. Golden guineas for you. Okay. What I also want to point out in here now is after I get done telling the story, and I think I deleted the tab already, but Brian here makes a thing about. Tell me another story. He makes a thing about sleeping with the candles on. Okay, let's see. Hang on, let's see if he'll say it. Get ready. Big boys don't sleep with the. But I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of the dark. Now, when I showed you earlier about St. Giles, the patron saint of blacksmiths, of lepers, and people afraid of the dark, was one of the things. This is absolutely mental. And again, if I get the chance, I might have to use this video of mine if they take this down. But if I get the chance, I will show you in Lady Gaga's 911 video. She has this on her face, 2 of these. Looks a bit like the X-Wing fighter out of Star Wars, but this makes way more sense when you look at what Lady Gaga has on when she's doing the damn reference in the 911 video of hers. Okay, this is referenced on her face. So again, I'm thinking it's a definite reference to St. Giles. Okay, we're being afraid of the dark here. What is also interesting is that this poor chappie here is going to die spoiler alert, right before his 9th birthday. So we have an 8-9 reference, and this guy's going to die right before his birthday. In fact, the reason why he dies is because of a present that his father buys him, a horse, and he goes and rides the horse and it falls on him, or he just lands awkward or whatever, but he ends up dying from his injuries. Now, without me trying to find that spot in here, I'll just tell you what happens. As he's dying, he asks his father to tell him the same story again. So we have this repeated on his 9th birthday, so to speak, or just before his 9th birthday. So, and Barry doesn't get to the 19 on that one because I think he dies right before that, or anyway, yeah. So interesting stuff. Was there something else I wanted to mention about him? I really need to sit down and watch it again to see if there's any more 9-1 references, and to actually see if what's going on in these two scenes a little bit more. But yeah, to me, that's the references there. I mean, it's just crazy. So that's Barry Lyndon done, and I'm just trying to think what else there is to do. Obviously, it's interesting with the Madonna thing in Who's That Girl with the dueling, because obviously in Barry Lyndon, he duels both with the pistol and with the sword as well. So it's definitely interesting. And in fact, I think they have a scene where he's teaching him, some kind of fencing thing. So again, I'm wondering now whether the referencing to the fencing in Who's That Girl is a reference back to this as well, back to this film, this particular scene. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to say. Yeah, there's just 2 more things. Let's just go to the actual film. I can't be bothered to go through everybody right now, but we should probably look at Ryan O'Neal, the main guy. And what you'll see, this is what I thought was interesting about this. The April the 20th. April the 20th, which was Easter this year. Okay, so that was interesting for his birthday. Another interesting thing is in the film itself, they have a boxing match, and obviously in the film he's the winner, and it's a pretty good boxing match. And his occupation's actor and boxer. And how many films have we had with this reference to boxing? It's just crazy. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else interesting. I'm not going to go through all that lot. Let's back up a minute and let's just look at. I have to go down to the cast for. Don't forget as well, Lord Bullingdon is his stepson in this film, and this guy also plays Red Cloak, which we've talked about several times as well, in Eyes Wide Shut. Okay, so that's well interesting. Obviously, several of these other people appear in other Kubrick films like The Shining, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and what's the other one? Pops up as well. Clockwork Orange. So several of these people are in other films, which is, is it surprising? Maybe not, but maybe it's done deliberately. Anyway, let's get down to, where the hell is he? Brian Patrick Lyndon. And the actor, Dave Morley, born the 6th of August. So we've got this 86, 6'8", the 86. Again, to 86 something, yeah, get rid of it. That's interesting with that date popping up. Okay, with the 9-1 popping up and the 86 here, and also the connection with 86 and Madonna. I didn't, I mean, oh dear. Was there anything else? Not really. Spoiler alert as well, Barry loses a leg in that as well. So I don't know if you could call that a 9/11. If we think about 9/11 and 2 legs going, Barry just losing 1 leg, is that maybe a reference to 9/1 instead of 9/11? Like if he lost both legs, it would be a 9/11 reference, wouldn't it? If he just loses 1 leg, could that be a reference to 9/1? I don't know. Maybe. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for this one. I think that's pretty good. Go watch. I mean, the film is a good film. It really is quite a good film for a 3-hour long film. It's a pretty good film. Yeah, the 9/1 in here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on another one soon. All right, cheers. All right, bye.